Today's project is fixing this trailer up so I can sell it. I bought this for $300. It failed on the highway. We lost I think it was this tire. We lost an axle bearing. That tire came off my trailer, fully loaded, flew past me about 150 miles an hour, flew down all the way down the Jersey wall, and a couple construction workers got it and they let me pull off into the construction zone. They moved the Jersey wall out of the way so I could get in. So I'll go ahead and show you the damage. I'll throw some pictures up so you can see it, but as you can see, brand new axle because it just shredded. It just shredded it down to nothing. It has new U-joints or U-bolts. New U-bolts. Which side is it? It's this side right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me flip the camera. I don't know if you can see this right here. See how it's like shaved off? This is the side that just completely ground to the ground, and it welded the bolts to it. I had to sawzall all these off, or angle grind them off. So it's got new U-bolts, new axle. Needed the new tire because it completely chewed it to nothing. So that's today's project. We got it flipped on its side. We're gonna try to use the truck to do one of these numbers. we're gonna try taking off all the tires. Try to take off the axle, try to take everything off to get some of the weight off of it. I can't get anybody out here to help me. And for some reason, that's an 1,800-pound line, and it just keeps snapping it. It just snaps like it's nothing. And this trailer weighs 600 pounds, so I'm not exactly sure why it just keeps snapping. I don't know if the rope's old or whatever. This is my next best option. I gotta get this thing ready to be sold by tomorrow. So this is our next best option. Just gonna try to use some leverage to get some 4x4s under there. Taking those 2 tires off definitely lightened it a lot, and I'm hoping that it was enough to maybe use the truck to flip it. 4 under here. Put this 4x4 under here. Actually, that's not the best place for that. Get it right there. I'm not sure if sticking the jack under there directly is the best way to go about it or not. I tried that before and it didn't work. So I'm gonna try this. I know there's some engineers and people in the comments that are like, that's not how it works. But I tried it the other way and it didn't work before. Yeah, I can't get over there. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I'm about to just go for it. Stick it under there. I don't know what else to do. This is frustration at its finest. Ugh. My God, this is an old Craftsman. This thing probably weighs 150 pounds by itself. I know it doesn't look like it. It looks like a normal floor jack. This thing's got to be from the 80s and it weighs a ton. That's why I don't like using it, just because it's so heavy. Very inconvenient. Alright, so the plan is this time is to double the rope up. I'm hoping that works, because that's been the problem so far. I think it gets close to lifting and then it wants to snap, so I know right here it's not going to be doubled up, so this will definitely tell if we have a weak point or the rope's just old and has like lots of nicks in it, because obviously if it's the rope it's going to snap here. And I know it's not the best idea, it's probably going to snap here, but I don't have enough rope, because if I double this up, when it comes to flip around, it's going to smash right into the back of the truck, and that's just not going to work. Yes. Yes, it worked. Oh my God, it's a Christmas miracle. Jesus, my goodness, that was a freaking pain in the butt. Look at this. Can we bend the trailer? She was a little sad, but she's alright. Yes. Sick. Camera. Meat camera. We did it. That's a little lesson I like to call, don't give up, even if it's difficult. And this is another lesson called, just paint right over the dirt. Give it one of those, what do they call them? Give it a landlord makeover. rattle can restoration. Again, this is a trailer. This one doesn't have a title. I'm not selling it for a whole bunch of money. I only paid $300. I'm trying to get $450 out of it with new paint job, new axle. I'm losing money on it. There we go, brand new. Look at that. You see where it's been painted before. It's got some paint already on here. Not from me. So the other guy probably did a rattle can restoration too. It's not uncommon. Just a trailer. Things get beat up. It's nice just to get a trailer box and just keep a can of this on there. Every time it gets dinged or nicked, you just spray it real quick. Also, another interesting thing is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this is a composite. A little story behind the trailer is I got it from a college that was using it as like a float for a parade. And of course colleges got money to blow, so they lost the title to it. And some guy bought it, used it for a little bit, got done with it, then sold it to me for $300. And that would have been a great trailer if the axle didn't fail going down the road. You know, that's not the highlight of my life. But at the end of the day, nobody got hurt. I want to tell you a little story about... What was I going to tell you a story about? I forgot. Oh, I'll tell you the story about how this trailer, how the tire came off and what happened. So I have a landscaping business. And that's kind of like my main gig. But occasionally I help my neighbor do side jobs. Like he does bathrooms and remodels and kitchen remodels and stuff. So he's basically a home improvement contractor type deal. So he needs help getting rid of all the junk. So he calls me, he's like, hey, I got a load, can you come take it? So I was like, yeah, I got this trailer sitting around over here. I'll come get it for you. And I loaded up, not overweight or anything like that, just a normal bathroom load of junk. And the trailer pulling completely fine. There were no red flags, nothing to be surprised about. And I'm driving it down 95, going about like 60, because I never drive fast, especially if I'm pulling a trailer. That's the honest truth. I really don't go that fast. And I'm driving. And all of a sudden you hear boom! I mean a bang, and then you just hear going down that road. I got my friend in the passenger seat. They're like, "Oh my God, there's sparks flying!" It's like you see the tire go flying past us. It's sliding down the Jersey wall. I mean, it is going quick. And then there's construction workers, and thank God it didn't hit anybody. Cause this tire, I mean, it was flying. And we stop. We pull over. I mean, this thing is cooking red hot. We pull over. All the construction workers come running over because they're working over there, so they see it happen. They're like, they're just checking to make sure everything's okay. They grab their machinery, move the Jersey walls out of the way, the concrete barriers, like pull in here. And then like a few minutes later, a truck comes driving up down, the construction truck starts coming up. He's got our tire. He got it back. So he's like, man, that thing almost hit us going 200 miles an hour flying down the road. So he brings us the tire. Oh, I should go back a little bit. To get the truck off the highway, we didn't want to drag it anymore and cause more damage to the leaf springs. I think that's the only reason we saved them, is we jacked it up and we shoved a shovel under it. Because you got to remember, the axle's sitting on the ground. So we shove a shovel under there, and it works pretty good. It acts like a sled, drags it right off the road. And then we sorry, it's hard to tell a story, paint and adjust the camera all at the same time, but we drag it off the road, everything's cool, and we have to come back that night to get it because I didn't have the tools to fix it on the job. I mean, this thing, it ground where the king nut sits, the crown nut, whatever, ground it to like a point, so you couldn't thread it anymore. There was no, I got a new hub for it. The hub don't do no good if you can't get the stay on. So we get there, probably 11 o'clock at night. It is absolutely freezing. I mean, freezing. The windiest day I can remember. We're on the side of the highway, probably 20, 15 degrees outside with wind blowing constantly. I'm talking about like 30-mile-an-hour winds. It's a warm one, or a cold one. And we have to, obviously, at this point we don't know that we can't put a new hub on there and drive it off the road. Because we didn't realize the crown nut and the axle and the hub have all basically welded together because it got so hot. So we have to bang and bang and bang. We finally get this thing loose. The hub's off, and all that's left is the spindle. Thing's chewed to a point. So we put the hub on there, put the tire on there, try to thread what we can of this crown nut on there. I mean, it's barely hanging on. And we go to drive it off the highway. We were there for probably 2 hours trying to figure this thing out in the freezing cold. And we get it off the highway very, very slowly. What we have to do is we have to stop every few minutes and check our progress. Basically see how far that hub and tire have backed off the spindle, because that's basically what we're battling. It's spindle coming off, put that jack the trailer back up, put it back on. As we drive, it's slowly coming off. Got to drag the trailer back up. So we're doing that all down the highway. Obviously very dangerous. Is your life worth a $300 trailer without a title? Not really. Wish I would have recorded it, but that's before I was making videos. But basically we're getting this thing done, and we got to go about probably 3 miles to get this thing off the highway and back to here. A 3 mile trip probably turned into like 2 hours. I mean, we got to the point where we took a strap, we put the tire on there and took a strap from here to here and pushed it against the tire, just trying to keep it on the spindle. I mean, this thing is smoking. I mean, smoke, straps snap. We probably broke like 4 or 5 straps. It did work pretty well. And then we got to the point where it was, I don't know what it was, but for some reason it was staying on there pretty well. We made about the last mile without really having to stop. And there were no real issues after that. We got it here, ordered the new axle, and basically I'm retired from any hauling. After that, I'm done. I mean, we could have killed somebody. We could have got killed. It was a pain in the butt. I mean, it was freezing cold. It cost me money because that axle alone was like $200. It's a $300 trailer, $200, and I had to get a new tire, new U-joints. I'm redoing the lighting and painting the thing. I've lost a lot of money on this trailer. And what I'm saying is, I'm done hauling. No more of that. And that's pretty much the story. The only thing I can learn from it, or tell you, is always check your bearings. Always. The reason I didn't check them, and it's not an excuse, is actually the reason, is I was like, okay, this trailer, perfectly good tread. Barely ever used. They use it for a float. The other guy used it to like move or something. So I was like, this is a good trailer. There's not gonna be any issues. And that's the mistake I made. So always check your bearings. All you gotta do is jack up your trailer, and you gotta see that the tire has any play in it. You just go a little tiny bit, like I'm talking about a little bit of play, is fine. But if the tire's like rattling, you gotta get those bearings fixed. We're gonna be in the same situation I was. Whew. I'm a sucker for black tires. So I got enough paint left. So we're gonna go ahead and give this guy some nice black tires. I did it to my other trailer. I think it looks way better than these white walls. Or white rims, sorry, not white walls. you want to do this to your tires, a quick tip, save you a lot of time. You take index cards, and you stick them in this little lip right here, all the way around, just index cards, and it makes like a little shield. It saves you a ton of time. I just didn't have any index cards, so we're just using some tape. Make sure you do multiple coats on tires. Tires like to run. Lots of space. Lots of little nooks and crannies and things like that. They like to do a lot of running, so. Little old fashioned right here. My biggest regret is not buying a Milwaukee Impact when I had the chance. Cordless, that is. I have the corded one. Great tool. Love it. It's just we don't have power. I mean, I got power with the building over there. I gotta run an extension cord. Maybe one of these days I'll shine up my shoes and go to town and buy me a cordless. It's actually the only cordless tool I don't own. I have pretty much every Milwaukee tool, and they're all. The only Milwaukee tool I don't have actually is their table saw. I own all of them except for like their crazy construction, like high-end ones, like jacks. Like I don't own that, but like their home, like contractor tools I have. I'm gonna say homeowner. I guess they're technically a homeowner too, but that's more like Ryobi. You don't want to fit on there. You're probably too big. Oh no, you might fit. There we go. The only good thing about these tools, you can do this. This is fun. If you've never done this, you gotta try it out. Make sure you do your star pattern. I'm saying it now, because I want to hear it in the comments. Whoa. Almost lost her there. Once this is on the ground, I'll give it a good torque. But while it's up in the air, I'm gonna paint all the bolts and everything. It's a really good opportunity to do that. You can give the tire a spin. So I kept the tape on there. All right, see, you got our tire on there. And you're gonna give it a spin. Take your paint. You're just gonna go. Not going fast enough. There we go. There you go. Now it's gonna look really, really nice when it's done. One thing you are gonna have to do is you're gonna have to drop this down, torque them, and then you're gonna have to jack it back up and paint it again. Just so you know, you can't, because when you torque this down, this paint's gonna like chip and stuff. Good catch. Oh, it's about 1 millimeter away from killing me. Oh, we lost the lid on this guy. There he is. Honestly, don't even know if I can get the tire on. Into the flatbed of death, where all the rest of the cans are. Be stubborn. We gotta. This is a 4x4. This is a really bad jack. Yep, right where we needed it. Of course, it slipped off. There we go. It's a miracle. So it seems like it's better to hit each bolt and hit it with that spin move at the end. There you go. Now we get to do the fun part, a little bit of electric. So I got my light here, and some of you guys right away are gonna see that I made a little bit of a mistake. Camera, I'm out of shot right here. So, this is for your license plate light. Your license plate doesn't go up. So this is a left-hand light. Yeah, driver's side light. We're just gonna say, it is what it is, just take it off the price. It's a $15 light. It also needs this part too, because I robbed it from my other trailer. So, you know, just take 15 bucks off, but it's gotta have a light so they can get it home. So, we're gonna go ahead and, oh, that's really bad, because the wiring's facing up too. I guess you could technically do it that way. No, we're just gonna pretend that it don't exist, because you know that always works well. Yeah, that looks real nice. Oh, I'm sorry. If I had a light, I would never do this to somebody. I'll tell them. It won't be a surprise. I'll put it right in the description. Hey, just so you know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I don't know what else. For some reason, I thought that they were universal. It didn't matter what side it was. And then, how much do we got? We're gonna cut this off. Don't like it. Oh, just realized we got an issue, a problem. Okay, so I was hoping this wouldn't be a thing. She's gonna have to get hooked up before I can even just determine what's the ground and which one of these is the positive. Because we made a little bit of a, not really a mistake, but this is our ground on this side. Oh wait, these are marked. I just realized that. This is our ground. So that means these two go together. Okay, so we got that. We got this. And we're just gonna wrap them together and call it a day. Just kidding. We're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna solder it, and we're gonna heat shrink it. Never use those plastic. If you ever buy a trailer and you see those little blue plastic pieces of junk, cut them out right away and solder them up. It's gonna save you a lot of time. You're gonna be going down the highway and you're gonna see some red and blue flashing lights, and you're gonna wish you would have switched them because your lights are out. And DOT, if DOT stops you and pulls you over for your trailer, they're a pain in the butt. So just heed my warning. Switch those blue pieces of junk out. They're gonna blow your fuses, blow your lights. They suck. All right, so we got our gun heating up. It's got a light on it. I forgot my heat gun, so a lighter should work fine. We got our heat shrink. Get this on Amazon. Has all different sizes you need. So you never gotta worry about that again. Alright, we're gonna go with, I think this would be good size. We're gonna slide this on. You guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can. I'll zoom up on here in a second for you guys. Is that good? Yeah, it's in the shot. So, got our heat shrink on right here. We're gonna take our ground. Pretty sure this is the ground. I figured it out. No more screaming in the comments. I know, this is my ground here. I kind of knew that, but for some reason I was just being a dumb hind end. I don't know what was going on. So this is your ground. You ground through this bolt, and this is your brake light. Like when you hit the brake, this sends power to this and makes the light brighter. And this is your constant running light. My mistake. It happens. Forgive me. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just give this a quick little. There we go. Now we got a ground there. That would have been embarrassing down the road. Our little croissant wrench right here. Okay. You don't want it to be too tight. It'll crush these wires right here. Alright, so put this heat shrink back on. And we're gonna take, let's see, this is our brown goes to brown. I like to spread my coppers apart. Just like that. And I take them, and just kind of just twist them together like this. So it gives me a little bit of a hold for me while I solder them up. See, that's pretty nice. We're gonna do the same thing to this guy over here. I have to tell you guys a story about how I almost burned off my private with a solder iron. True story. I was doing trailer lights or hazard lights on my truck. That's for another video. There we go. Now you can see, pretty simple. You're gonna take your solder. Let's see, make sure it's hot enough. Oh yeah, it's perfect. You're just gonna take it. There we go. There we go. That's all you gotta do. Unplug my solder iron. And you're just gonna slide. Oh, she ain't gonna be easy, is she? That should probably want a little bigger size. Because the copper's catching it. This will happen sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta work with it. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. There we go. There we go. There's that one. This one I assume is gonna be the same way because it's got a little nubby sticking off. See if I can knock that off. There we go. Knock that off. It should hopefully slide right on. There we go. Obviously I should have used a little bigger of a size, but it's fine. There you go, and boom. That is how you do trailer lighting. This will never fail, ever. All we got left is this. Put this on there. That's a pain in the butt, I'll tell you that. not the best looking thing, but it's on there. Time to break her free. Yeah, there's that done. Gotta cut this out of here. I'll tell you what, that was a pain trying to flip that. I'll be honest, it's pretty rewarding when it's done. Pull the tape off. That's pretty sharp. I like that. How's it got? Hard to move. DOT chains on it. Your trailer in Maryland has to have this little hook. If you don't have that, you'll get a DOT. They won't pass inspection, but if you were to pass inspection with this, then take it off, then put a normal hook, you're getting a ticket. Unsafe. I'm gonna wrap my chains a few times. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do that, but I don't feel like hearing them drag down the road. Let's see if we're on. Nope, not on the ball. Pull this up. There we go. Got a nice hook. We're on the ball. Alright, let's give this a check and see if our lights are working. We'll see. Oh, sweet, we did that electric work right. We're not idiots. Thank God. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. It's not completely over yet. I'm gonna show you guys what is that in the trailer. What is that? What in the world? How'd that get in there? That goes to a that's a plug off for a small block. Not sure how that got in there. So that's gonna be it for this video. I will show when I sell it so you guys can see what I got for it. I think I'm gonna list it for $450, considering the lights and everything, how they're basically gotta be redone. I gotta tuck, that's why I didn't tuck this in, because it's gonna have to get redone anyway. You know, it is what it is. Well, I mean, they can keep it like that for a while if they want. It's not that big of a deal. But that's it. Rims are painted, frames painted. It's got composite board, so it's never gonna go bad. It's got new U-bolts, new axle, no trailerless gate, which is nice for if you like to do little pallets and things like that. I think that's about it for this video. I will show you guys the sale of it. Wish me luck. $450, no title. We'll see how it goes. Forgot to show you the most important part. No trailers flips done complete without putting new stickers on. Reflectors. So I always put this on when the paint's still sticky, because this stuff is pretty sticky. Alright, so what do we got here? Oh, that's perfect. A little bit of stake right here. I put this reflective tape too close to this lip, so most likely this is going to catch. Maybe right here it's a little bit close, and then right here it's a little close because there's dents right here where the hinges used to be. She's good now. Now she's got some reflective tape on her. She looks really nice, especially across the back. I mean, that looks real good. If you guys ever want to flip trailers, all you need is a little bit of paint and some reflective tape and know how to do wiring, because usually the lights are busted on these things. If you can undercoat, do electric, spray can, and stick on stickers, you can flip trailers. Alright, I posted it for, I was gonna focus. I posted it for $550. After looking at those pictures and everything and about all the work I put into it, and I read over the description, the fact that it's got a brand new axle, brand new tires, brand new U-bolts, brand new lug nuts on it. It's got the reflective tape. It was just painted. It's composite boards. It's undercoated. I was like, $450 is a little bit low. I know it doesn't have the title, but I mean, look at that picture. That thing looks good. I think $550 is good. I don't know. You guys let me know. Am I charging too much?